I'm Bill KEEFER. I'm a firearms instructor, and I'd be happy to give you a personalized one-on-one lesson for firearms. Teach you to shoot a handgun, pistol for $40, one-on-one. Come out to the range and shoot. You pay your range fee, me $40, and I will teach you how to shoot a handgun or pistol.
Unload, holster empty weapons, make the line safe.
Firearms training, a critical part of becoming an effective law enforcement officer. These people know it. They know that firing a handgun safely and effectively takes practice, lots of it. They also know that good marksmanship begins with the fundamentals. Some of you may already be familiar with firearms, and for some this may be a new experience. But for all of us, there is one simple rule. Learn the basics and stick to them. In the next few minutes, we'll find out what those fundamentals are. Things such as stance, grip, trigger control. We'll demonstrate how to align sights, how to load and unload, and to safely uncock a standard service revolver. By the end of the program, you should be on your way to becoming an effective and accurate shooter. And in law enforcement, that could be the key to survival. Your partners, and your own. First things first. Consider your stance. This individual is standing in what is called the field interrogation stance. Facing the target, feet shoulder-width apart, strong foot slightly back. This is a natural position for most people. It's comfortable, results in very little body sway, and helps prevent the torso from twisting. To find your natural firing stance, stand as if you were conducting a conversation. The key is stability. You want to minimize movement. On the other hand, the stress of crouching will increase muscle tension and cause tremor. So stand up straight and don't lock your knees. A good field interrogation stance is stable, natural, and most importantly, it minimizes movement. Now let's look at the position of the upper body. Your arms and head should form a triangle, so that when you raise your firearm, its sights align naturally with your eye. Try not to move your head. Instead, move the weapon. And remember, don't lock your elbows. Keep your arms in a natural position. A correct grip is critical to good marksmanship. It allows you to pull the trigger smoothly and repeatedly without having to re-grip after each shot. Likewise, a good grip helps control the recoil of your weapon. Notice the shooting hand is placed high on the back strap of the revolver. It's this positioning that allows for greater recoil control. It also allows enough finger to be placed on the trigger, an essential requirement of a good grip. You want to be able to pull easily with control. To do this, most people find they need to place their finger on the trigger up to the first joint. Now let's take a look at the two-handed grip. You'll be using this grip throughout most of your training. The fingers of the weak or support hand are wrapped around the fingers of the strong hand. Note that the thumbs of both hands lie on the same side of the weapon. Some individuals will place the weak hand thumb over the shooting hand. This generally weakens the grip as the hand separates slightly. Moreover, it's not appropriate when using a semi-automatic. You should now have a firm grip on the weapon, with equal pressure being exerted by both hands. Notice I said firm, like a sturdy handshake. The fact is, you don't need a bone-crushing grip to be an expert marksman. Indeed, too tight a grip could cause shaking. A steady, secure grasp is all that counts. The preliminaries are now complete. You're ready to fire the first shot. To do so, you must take aim. That means aligning your sights. All handguns are designed to fire in a line from the shooter's dominant eye to the front sight to the target. In order to find your dominant eye, try this easy trick. Take a piece of paper, roll it up into a tube, and look through it as you would a telescope. The eye you use is most likely your dominant eye. Now let's combine eye dominance with aim. To aim properly, you need to align your sights. That means moving the weapon so that the front sight is in the middle of the rear sight, and that the top of the front sight is level with the top of the rear notch. Give it a try. Pick up your weapon. Check to make sure it's empty. Now align your sights by pointing in a safe direction. Once we add the target, you have sight picture. This is what you'll actually see. Notice you can only focus on one thing, either the target, the front sight, or the rear notch. Keep your primary focus on the front sight, and don't let that little wobble bother you. Not only is it impossible to avoid, but it actually has very little effect on your overall aim. Just concentrate on your sight picture, because that and trigger control will determine your success as a marksman. We've already mentioned how important it is to have enough finger on the trigger in order to pull without difficulty. Trigger control goes one step further. It means applying steady, smooth pressure while holding your sights in alignment. The result should come as a surprise. In fact, it should feel as if the gun fired when it wanted to, not when you decided. The key is smoothness. Don't jerk the trigger. You'll pull the sights of the weapon out of alignment. Pull the trigger straight back, not sideways. Finally, follow through with the shot. That is, hold your weapon in position, focusing on the front sight a fraction of a second after firing. This helps ensure an accurate shot.
Hi, I'm Bill KEEFER, and I happen to be the founder of the Fraternal Order of Law Enforcement. Previously, I've been a United States Marshal's deputy in Los Angeles and covering all over the world. And after I left there, retired out, I decided to open the Fraternal Order of Law Enforcement to share worldwide, because we're an international organization, information about officer safety and things going around the world.
Units going to Dwight and Forth, responsible, 2 unknown race subjects, possibly male and female, about 5'6", unknown clothing. Do we know what kind of car that is they're breaking into? Yeah, it's a 16-foot white box truck.